Hi, I wanted to talk about the black phone. Now, I'm not going to summarize it. I'm not going to, I just wanted to talk about people's reactions to it. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Obviously, spoilers. If you accidentally stumbled upon this video and you haven't watched Black Phone, stop it right now. Do not keep watching this because Black Phone is a phenomenal movie. It is really well done. And I really recommend it to anyone to watch it. All the characters are really well done. Everything was just so good. Now, moving on to, here's the thing. I get that there's movies that, like Fast and Furious, I'm not expecting extravagant think pieces. Transformers, another example. I'm watching just to see the explosions, the cars moving, the music, and I'm like, wow, I'm enjoying it, right? But I'm convinced that there's some people who do not conceptualize anything. They're just eyes open and looking at the screen like this, because this movie isn't like Fast and Furious, Transformer, like, it's... here's my thing. I'm so glad that this movie very subtly gave the subtext that the grabber was a kid diddler, basically. I don't want to say the word. Because, well, one, why is he abducting and killing pubescent kids? Boys. But the way that he talks, the way that he holds them, grabs their face, caresses him, says, I won't do anything that you don't like. These are textbook answers, the examples of what men like this, things like this say. And then when he watches him sleep, like, even when Finn says, hey, if you touch me, I'm gonna, scratch your face, and he just kind of like smiles. The naughty boy game, he's upstairs half naked with a belt waiting to whip him. Like, the context is there. And then a bunch of people were so surprised by this, and I'm like, did we watch the same movie? Like, how are you not watching? Like, how are you consuming media? I know you're probably gonna be like, consuming media, and I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. I'm not being like, you can't just watch a movie to watch it without, but like, there's some things that I'm like, that's like the basic premise, the basic thing. And it's like the scene of, I'm forgetting everyone's character's name. Is it Vince, the blonde guy? Where he's basically reliving and showing, God, I hate that I don't remember Finn's sister's name, because she was a phenomenal actress. All these kids were wonderful actors, by the way. The fact that they hired actual kids, and these actual kids are great. I feel like Mike Flanagan should hire some of them for like their scary movies. Anyways, she was a phenomenal actress, phenomenal character. But we see her in Vince's sequence of him being introduced, and the moment you can tell that it's a sequence that is not real is when he knifes the number of the house onto the kid's, arm. And then when you see him getting into the cop car, and then you see Finn's sister getting into the cop car with him, and no one thought that was like, this is not real. This is like a replay of like mixed memories that Vince is trying to show, and talking, and his anger being like, people were like, yeah, it's cool that, this is a real scene being shown. Finn's sister actually got, and I'm like, no, like, he's showing Finn's sister how to get there. Like, he opens the door, he does like, he's talking to both of them. I don't know what to tell, like, yeah. So yeah, there was some parts where this movie, that I like, again, see hot takes where I'm like, and then here's another thing. I'm all for really finding attractive, like, if you find attractive, like, Michael Myers, or like Jason, or like even Freddy, but I feel like this character in particular, when it's children, and it's that specific type of crime, dude, there's so many other like fake romantic, evil guys in film, movie, media that you could like. This one just feels a little bit off limits, because of everything. And I think my other complaint is I see a lot of people talking about the kids. Now, again, if you are underage, so if you're like the same age as them, like 15, well, I don't know how old they were in the movie versus now, because the movie was from like 2 or 3 years ago, but let's say you're the age range between like 12 and like 14, and you find them cute, and like, that's totally fine. Don't be disgusting about it, because these are actual human beings, like, you know. And I hope they're like teenagers writing this, because some fan fictions out there, it's like, these are kids. These aren't like actors like, I don't know, like Riverdale, where they're like 30-year-olds playing, like, I mean, in this case, Riverdale is high schooler, so like 18 to 17-year-old, where these are literally tiny kids. Like, again, you could be like, they're cute. They're like, you know, they're adorable. They're kids. But there's a limit. And I think some of y'all are not looking at the limit, are not seeing the limit, especially with the grabber. Especially with that is... Again, Ethan Hawke, an attractive man, good actor, but in the context of him... Anyways, this movie, I really want to read a fanfiction of the point of view of the kids, of the boys, and how they're seeing and perceiving Finn. Oh, dude, I really need to look one of those, because it just, there was so much to this movie, just so much, like, there. I don't, like, I'm glad that it's a standalone, obviously, because the evil guy's dead, but the potential it had, apart, it's already good, but the potential, like, and Robin, dude, and then when it just comes together also well. And I heard that this is Finney's, like, the actor who played Finney, first role, which is insane to me, because any movie that is in basically almost one location, and or it relies heavily on one actor, the actor has to be really good for you to be, like, captivated. So obviously they were intercut with scenes with his sister and with the useless cops, but it really was him, right? Obviously the other boys were in there as well, but he did a really good job. It's like the movie Shallows with Blake Lively. It's basically her the entire movie, and she captivates you. Like, she's a great actress. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to criticize that. It's like, consume media, pay like a little bit more attention to very obvious subtext and context, and, like, you know. But anyways, I don't want to be like, make it seem like, oh, media, you can only be a certain caliber to, like, watch it or analyze it. No, but, like, I think main points of the movie you should be able to understand. You know, it should be like, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go do homework, even though it's like 1 in the morning.